Good evening, everyone, and welcome. I'm certainly glad you could join us this festive evening where we're going to recognize and celebrate our students' academic achievements. Success that's only made possible as a result, of course, of the students' hard work with the support and commitment of the school, support of parents, grandparents, and others in the children's life that make these types of accomplishments possible. And just that interest that we all have in our children and their success in their educational endeavors means so much. This evening we'll recognize our spelling bee winners, our young writers winners, Math Field Day, as well as our Martin Luther King State Poster Contest winners. I mean, this is an annual activity event, right? That's awesome. So going back to 2002, we've had state winners since you've been involved.
Yes.
So that's an awesome accomplishment. Before we get into the ceremony itself, I would like to take just a moment to recognize our board members that's joining us here this evening, as well as the central office staff. I'll just step back out of the way. We've got Larry Wilkerson and our Vice President of the Board, Fred Curry, President of the Board, Steve Priestley. Rowdy Baker is on his way, and I'm going to tell the story on it. I said if it was me, he'd tell it on it. He'd tell the story. Mr. Linville and I, we were in the office a moment ago, and Mr. Baker called, and kind of in a panic, said, I'm running behind. He said, I'm going to be late. He said, but I'll be there. He said, a funny thing happened today. He said, my fiance took the 3 cats to the vet this morning and dropped them off. He didn't say what was going on, why they needed to go to the vet, but they've been at the vet today. And he was to stop and pick the cats up and bring them home, which he did. Only to get home, get a phone call from the veterinary office. Mr. Baker, did you pick up 3 cats this afternoon? He said, yes. And he said, I've got 3 cats. And this lady said, well, one of the cats is not yours. You just have to know, Rowdy. So he thought, I'm just thinking he must not like the cats. He didn't recognize them. I don't know. Anyway, so Mr. Baker, he'll be here. He's going to be running behind you. We'll give him a tough time when he gets here. Carol Smith, Carol Smith's not here tonight. She's not going to be able to join us. But she sends her best, and she's proud of students and their accomplishments. Central office staff, Susie McCann, my secretary, and she organized the activity this evening. Thank you, Susie. With the assistance of Tina Black standing back there in the door, our receptionist. Thanks, Tina, for getting everything set up for us this evening. Also joining us is Bill Linville, assistant superintendent. And we have Rhonda Kersey, our 21st Century After School coordinator. And we also have Mr. Kirk King, our federal programs director, who's joining us from the central office. Never want to forget Sean O'Donoghue. Sean, thank you for being here this evening. Of course, we got to spend most of the day together with the Math for Life community.
Good stuff.
So I enjoyed that today. So anyway, heartfelt and deep appreciation, Sean, for you and your coverage of everything that goes on here in the school system. Okay. It's my pleasure to share with all the outstanding achievements of our students and congratulate you on your accomplishments. And I'm going to ask that Paul Elliott, Mr. Elliott, if you'll come up and talk to us about our Martin Luther King Poster Contest winners, who those folks are. And of course, we have a very nice gift here for all the students this evening. It says, you're awesome. And there's a little badge in here, Susie, right? It says, I radiate pure awesome. I may have to have one of those. And a water bottle. Oh, I won't take it out of mine, so I'm going to get back in there. Okay. I'm going to get out of your way. I'm going to ask the board if the board could come up front.
Thank you, Mr. Midkiff. I'd just like to welcome you all here tonight. Appreciate y'all putting this on and inviting us to it. As Mr. Midkiff said, I've been doing this for a long time. Actually, when I was in Mason County at Hammond High School, some of y'all know Tom Hughes. He was my principal over there. And he actually compelled me to do this contest. And I wasn't even aware of it, but started doing it back then and had winners actually every year except for 1 year, I think, since 2002. And what I've done over the years is try to teach the students about the life of Martin Luther King Jr., civil rights movement, and then I've showed them various techniques on how to use Photoshop, different drawing and painting techniques, and a lot of the process involved, and a lot of our students have been successful over the years. I did bring some pictures this year. This year, if the students won, we went up to the Capitol at the Cultural Center, and they had a nice reception out over there, and they also gave out monetary awards to the students. And they also have a essay contest, which is separate from this, but they had the essay students read their essays. But I'll show you a picture. This is Justin Perry. He won first place. You can see his artwork. I'll probably leave this out if y'all want to take a look at this. Justin, if you want to come up.
What the picture kind of looks like.
Here, Mr. Curry. Present it to me.
Thank you.
Good job.
Yeah, that was.
Congratulations. Now
Thank
talk
you.
to
Those are
your
the
fans out there.
Oh, yeah, there's
Because it was saying, we'll look at a picture.
okay, I do have a picture. She's not here tonight. Bethlyn Williams. It's a picture of her at the event. And this is a picture of her artwork.
Oh, wow.
Let's see. She won second place. And we had another second place winner, Ashley Johnson. She's also not here this evening. Let's see her work. And then Andy Bartel. This is her along with her work. If you want to come up here, Andy.
How about a round of applause?
Smiles. Great. Camera's here, right? I can wait all day. There we go. Got it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Allen.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. King, Math Field Day.
Thank you, Mr. Midkiff. Good evening, and congratulations to our mathletes. A little bit about Math Field Day. The students start at their school. They prepare themselves individually and on teams. Then they come to the county office, and they pit their skills against one another. And they place, and if they place high enough, they travel to regionals, so forth and so on, up and down. So let's introduce and recognize our Math Field Day winners. Grade 4, Isaac Thompson. Isaac was also on the team that went to regionals, and they placed second. 5th grade, Iris Gregorich. Iris was an alternate at the regionals as a 5th grader. Representing the 6th grade, Logan Glenn. Our 7th grade first place winner was Katie Polly. I'd like to announce that our 7th grade team at regionals placed 3rd. 8th grade, Macy Lunsford. 9th grade, Brody Penson.
Brody's become a fixture here. He's been around as long as I have.
Almost as tall as you.
He is, I can hear him just growing.
And our 10th through 12th grade winner, Garrett Caldwell. Ladies and gentlemen, Lincoln County's Math Field Day winners. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We'll see you again in just a moment. All right, Mr. Linville, Bill Linville, spelling bee winners.
Yeah, when Brody walked up there, I got thinking, well, how come he's not among his spelling bee? Yeah, but he's in the 9th grade now. He was a repeating champ. You know, I know some of you watch Jeopardy, so I'm going to give you some answers here in case ever asked. The National Spelling Bee was formed in 1925, and it's been continuous except for 1943 through 45 during World War II. They did not have it. And the first winner, if you ever ask this question, that may win you $1,000. The first winner was a guy by the name of, let me find it, Frank Newhouser was the first winner of the spelling bee. So, I don't know, you may be on Jeopardy, so I'll give you those answers. But anyway, with our spelling bee, we bring in a couple of students from each school. We have our county spelling bee. Then we have a winner and a second place and an alternate that goes to the regional spelling bee, which is sponsored by the Charleston newspaper. Okay, this year's winner, first place, from Hamlin was Hayden White. Second place was from Duval, was Jenna Thompson. She said she got her spelling skills after her dad. In third place from Midway, Emma McClung. Nobody ain't prouder than Mama and Papa. I've been there. I've been there now. Good.
6 months. 3, 2, 1. Good job.
Congratulations. Well, Mr. King, you're back. Young Writers winners.
Back to introduce our young writers. Young writers write an essay and they compete at the school level. If they're a school winner, they submit to the county. The county uses a rubric to identify the top. It's given to 4 or 5 different people, and then the top essay is selected, and those essays are then sent on to the state. Again, we use a pretty stringent rubric to identify these winners, and as we look at them, we have no idea who writes the essays. They are given to us anonymously. Let's recognize our young writers. In the 1st and 2nd grade, Liam Bills. In the 3rd and 4th grade, Emma McClung. Now Emma's coming up here as spelling bee and a young writer. But here's another little sidebar. Emma placed 2nd in the regional Math Field Day. Well-rounded young lady. 5th and 6th grade, Aaron Workman. 7th and 8th grade, Caleb Romans. And from the high school, 11th and 12th, Matilda Braun.
Otherwise known as Max.
Max, okay.
3, 2, 1. All right.
Congratulations, young riders.
I'm going to ask Mr. Priestley to come to the podium. Unless you want to.
You're gonna have to honor me, you said. I've already told Mr. Baker and Mr. Midkiff's told on him. So
Not my fault. I had 3 cats. I couldn't really expect all the praise.
we didn't want the Humane Society coming after you, so we're glad you did it.
Believe me, having seen the cat I brought home, I would have gladly traded for one of the cats. Much better looking cat I brought home initially.
Maybe that's as Mr. Midkiff has expressed here, we're so honored to be able to be a part of this evening. We've got a variety of subject areas and skills here, from one part of the gamut of the disciplines to the other. When I hear of certain people like this young lady, Ms. McClung here, who's winner in various ones, and that's really a tremendous thing, and something that you all, I'm sure, proud of, as she should be. But first, I'd like to thank and honor and congratulate all of those of you that won, whatever your field was. I know to do what you did, you had to compete against all your peers, whether it be your classmates or those from other schools throughout our county. So to do what you've done is a great accomplishment, and and I think I speak on behalf of all the board of just how proud everybody is of you. You don't do these things overnight, so oftentimes I know you've probably been at home or in school and you've been studying and working and you're getting tired, you want to do this or maybe play a game or go outside or something. But you do these things that you have to do, and these things pay off in the long run. And I know you hear that all the time, your mom and dad or somebody probably tells you that, but they do. And these are steps in your life that I think you're going to see as you go along. You're going to do even greater things. I don't know what your long-range goals and aspirations are, but these are the things you have to do to get there. So I just want to once again congratulate you and tell you how proud we are of you. Because as I say every time I get to have the honor to speak here, is you represent yourselves, you represent your family and your schools, but you represent Lincoln County. And those of you that go into these state competitions, you're there representing us. So when you win, we win. And, it's oftentimes we think of athletic type events and they get all the glory at times and things happen and everybody's so proud of them, and we are. But remember why we're there in the first place. We're there for academic school reasons. And so those of you that do well there, we can't pat you on the back too many times. And I will close with this. Thank also those of you who helped them, their parents, their grandparents, their next door neighbors, their friends, all those people that are a part of their life that have encouraged them to do what they've done. Because many would not do what they do without your helping them and taking them here and taking them there, and just encouraging along the way. So thank everybody that's here, and once again, thank all of you winners, and we appreciate you and congratulate you. Thanks.
Thank you, Mr. And as I always say, there's no better way to celebrate than by eating. And we have a nice reception for you out here in the hallway, or is the food, the drinks, and then just across the hall is 2 tables that we have set up for you to sit down and have your meal. So once again, another round of applause for all of you.